Okay. If I ever pick up Exert, I'm gonna be number 2. You're right. There are no other Zatos right now, so just pick up the game, and you will automatically be number 2. That's insane. The last of the Mozatos. Hello, Bruce. Great job with reps, dude. Thank you. It was too bad that some of the usual suspects were not there, like Mystic, but $20 is $20. It's like the time I was top Dan Hibiki in Canada, because you're the only person that plays him. It's kind of like that in Soku too. Soku is such a small game that if you play an uncommon character, you're probably like one of 3 people that play the game, play that character, in the entire world. So I was a Suwako player in that game, and there are not a lot of players of that character worldwide. Yeah, it definitely has advantages. Like, for real, if you can't practice against the character, that's a huge problem. That's an issue that you'll see in even this game. It's not like Zatos don't exist at all. It's more just like, if you're a casual, well, I shouldn't say casual. If you're a player who's like someone who goes to tournaments because it's nearby, and you play the game like a few times a week, it's very unlikely that you're gonna have someone like that, who's very experienced versus every single character. And it's gonna be region dependent, but like say you have Zato. Zato is very uncommon everywhere. So like if you play Zato, you're gonna have a pretty good time. For a little bit anyways. And especially because in the case of Zato, he's actually a pretty good anti-new player character. If I'm being real. Like, you learn some of the basic negative edge stuff, and you have his basic Oki down, and you are a threat to every new player. Back in the day, the burden was super real. The best and worst part about Zato is that no one knows the matchup, so you can bully them and not get any practice against counterplay. And I go out of my way to tell people how to be the character, because it's in both my and my opponent's best interests that we both know how the character works on a basic level. So you'll see, like, if you go to my... Well, actually, I don't think a lot of them are public, but on my YouTube page, I have a lot of videos that are just like, in this specific scenario, when Zato does X thing, here is how you beat it. There's a lot of that on my channel. Because if I am only playing against people who are not aware of some of these basic counterplay knowledge checks, basically, it's not helpful to me that I'm playing against people who I can just abuse those things against, right? I need to have opponents who will deal with those things, so that if I am ever playing against someone that I don't normally play, that does know how to beat those things, then I'm able to play accordingly. And this is going to apply to anyone, so like no matter who you play, it's in your best interest that the people that you surround yourself with are familiar with how your character works. And are able to deal with your, like, at least like the surface level stuff, so that you can also learn from that. Like, some of the really easy examples are going to be this puddle here. This puddle. A lot of people will not kick it. If you kick or put out any low-hitting normal, it'll disappear. But if you don't know that, that's like a additional area of pressure that just exists. And you can't deal with it if you don't kick it. Exactly the same as Strive. Yeah, it's gonna be in any game. In any game, any character, any matchup. It's gonna be the same. I started making vids because I was tired of how info propagates. I feel very similarly. And it's not really going to change because you go across different games. Like even if you look at games like League or like League, Dota, Overwatch, these kind of games, it's the exact same. So you'll have the majority of people who are talking about the game, who are not like they're not coming to ideas based on what they're like they're not forming their own ideas. It's more so that they just regurgitate stuff that they've heard from people they think are reliable. And it could be true, like the ideas that they're saying could be good, but they don't know that. And it's the exact same here, too. The best example of this probably is going to be tier lists. So like if you ask someone like how strong do you think X character is in this game, it's probably going to be the case that they didn't really think about like all the different matchups that exist, all the different features of the character, all the different normals and special moves. It's more so that like, oh, I heard from this player that like this character is really strong. Or like when I play this game, with my limited number of interactions with different characters, I personally feel like, based on my matches, that this character is really strong. And obviously that's going to be heavily biased. You're that guy that made an Under Night video I watched. I made a few Under Night videos, so I'm not sure which one you mean. I assume it's the most recent one, which is like, why I don't like Under Night, basically. Which is a shame, because I want to play more games that are not Exerd, but I've not been successful in that regard yet. Notice how active this is, the Drunken Trade. It's a very active normal, or special move. I can't hate people for making bad info. I've made a lot of bad info. It's kind of inevitable because like as you're discovering things in the game, you are gonna come to conclusions that aren't necessarily true. But it's just that a lot of people seem to not have this process of checking what is true and what is not. Have you tried a little indie game called Shaq Fu? Amazing fighting game, redefined the genre really. I know about that game within the capacity of having seen it in a Core A video. That's about it. But my knowledge of that game is that it has Shaq in it, and is very Kusoge. That's about it. By the way, if you're a Zato player, which I don't think any of you are, but if you're a Zato player and you're watching this, I'm not doing this because it's a good combo. I'm doing it because it uses Great White twice, which is twice the greatness of Great White within one combo. And how could you resist? One guy's run animation is a backflip, and that makes it an automatic 10-10. It's kind of like, that reminds me of, there's a backdash in Under Night that's like a backflip, right? But I haven't seen that for a forward run animation before, I don't think. Oh. Maybe if I... Here's a funny thing about the super. So a lot of the combos that I do that involve me using it actually do less damage than if I don't use the super. How crazy is that? That's how bad the move is. Like, the one application is for these, like, fringe single hits confirms that you probably can't do in real games. But, like, let's say that you somehow get a counter hit, right? So you get, like, or not even a counter hit, just a regular hit. Let's say you get 2S, and Eddie happens to be nearby. Usually, in this situation, you can just do this and get a knockdown. And you can't really confirm into a way that knocks down, unless you're close enough to do, like, a super jump and an executor. But if you have Great Whites, so like let's say you miraculously, you are the best reactor that has ever existed in fighting games, and you manage to react to this hitting, then you can do this combo. Oops, not that. Then you can do this combo. Oh, not that. Hold on. Or something like that, and then you can confirm into a knockdown, or an unblockable, or whatever else you want to do. But that's a very fringe case. Otherwise, if you try to do this at like a corner situation and try to get more damage, you actually get less damage than if you don't use it, which is really sad. Zato doesn't really have damage extensions using meter, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to get this once before I go to a game. This is great info if I ever hate myself enough to try playing Zato. Hey, it's a fun character. He may be bad, but he's not boring, at least. And also, if you're actually interested, or if anyone else is actually interested, this is not a mechanically difficult character, which might be something that goes against what you've been told. But Zato really is not a mechanically difficult character, so do consider that. A lot of what people think is the difficulty is going to be stuff like, oh, he has negative edge, and negative edge is really hard. But it's not really that negative edge is hard. It's more like, let's say you're practicing a combo, right? So a combo that doesn't involve negative edge. When you say practicing a combo, you don't really think of it as in like, okay, I'm gonna practice combos as a whole. So I'm gonna do like something that increases my combo ability as a whole. You don't really do that. When you say that you're practicing combos, you take a single combo, and then you practice that specific combo. It's the same thing with negative edge, where you don't really increase your negative edge skill. And there are some things you can do to improve on that, but generally speaking, it's going to be a very case-by-case thing, where you take one specific negative edge combo, and then you focus on that. So it's not like there's this huge barrier of, like, I first need to learn how negative edge works, and then I can start playing the character. It's not like that, really. You just take a single combo, you try it, you get used to the negative edge, and then you learn that one combo, and then you move on to the next, and then you move on to the next. I will be considered an Exerd Zato if I actually joined the Exerd Discord. I see. There's a few different ones. I think the most active one that you have the most likely chance of getting a game is the... what's it called now? It was made by a guy named Hyped for Sliced Bread. It's called the Rev2 Matchmaking Hub. So let me actually post this. This is probably your best bet if you are in North America and are wanting to play at North American times, evenings, and such. Oh, same thing with charge also. So someone else said this before in on a different day, and they were saying charge is really similar, where you don't like really practice charge exactly. What you do is like you take the specific combo that involves charge, and you practice that on an individual basis. You're not improving your charge ability, and there are some caveats here where you can overall be better at charging as a whole. But generally speaking, if you have a charge character and you have a charge combo, you're going to be practicing that specific charge combo. And you're going to be practicing whatever specific situations require that charge, as opposed to trying to learn charge holistically, right? It's the same with negative edge. This combo can't be that hard. Well, the problem is I don't know if this combo works to begin with. That's the issue. Oh, too slow. Too slow. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, what am I doing? I forgot about the Zato for a second. Zato's a character I wanted to pick up, but I'm juggling running like 5 other characters from other games, so I'm kind of full right now. I see. Xrd is a thing. Xrd is a game. I would say that most Guilty Gears are kind of like this, where you really want to invest your entirety of your attention. Because, number one, you're probably going to play one character if you're just beginning to play. And then there are so many different scenarios that are unique to your character that make it really difficult to learn multiple characters at once. Oh. By the way, the drunkard shade that happens in the beginning there. Oh, the drunkard shade. This is throw invul. So what's happening here is, in theory, I get this knockdown, and then I do an empty jump, or so my opponent thinks. And you beat an empty jump by doing a throw. But because I land and then do the drunkard shade right away, they get counter it because they press throw, and I'm throw invulnerable. That is the theory. Which I'm not sure if is something that will work in real matches. I'm leaning towards it probably won't, but it's also plus if you make it really meaty. It's a very active move. Oh. Still techs. I don't think I can do this, because even if I do, like there's no solo Zato combo in the corner there where I can make him stick and slump all the way down, I think. Unfortunate. It is not a real combo. That's okay. Let's find a match. I'm feeling more and more that I do need to keep playing this character. So I'm usually at a conflict of whether I want to play Zato or some other random character. But especially after playing more tournaments, I do feel the need to play the one character more. I'm going to ECT tomorrow. Oh, good luck. I didn't know you were going. Are you going for... Would you say that you're primarily going for Strive or for Exerd? Actually, it sounds like you're going for neither, but... Actually, do you still play Strive? I assume you do, right? There's... I don't think I even entered Strive. Not for like a year. I see. I guess my fighting game trajectory right now is I'm playing Exerd, and I'm waiting for Project L, I guess. Because I don't think I'm ever moving to Strive. I don't think I'm switching to Uni 2. I don't think I'm switching to Tekken 8. And I don't think I'm switching to Street Fighter 6. It's the most likely one I'll switch to, I think, if I do switch. But if I'm staying within the confines of Guilty Gear, which I want to, it's probably just going to be Exerd for the rest of my life. Unless they make it Rep 3, I guess. I sacrificed it for Frosty Exerd last year and never came back. I see. I'm playing chill single-player games and planning to play Project L in my pajamas. I think Project L is an exceptional case because it's number one. They have the how would you put it? Like the infrastructure to make it an actually big game from the start. I say infrastructure, but I mostly mean money. They have the money to back it. Number two, it is confirmed to have good netcode. Isn't Project L the League of Legends fighting game? Yes, it is. Ref 3, the dream. I agree. Damn, no one is answering the call for games. Mostly I'm curious what Riot thinks is the path for a fighting game to be popular. I'm really curious about that. Because it can't possibly be that they're trying to make the 1v1 part of fighting games to be really popular. I think that's impossible. Unless you have something like a lot of external factors. Like Smash did it in the sense that you can have a lot of random RNG via items and stages and that kind of stuff. And so unless you see fighting games do the same thing within the constraints of like how characters move in fighting games, that's gonna be really hard. I bring this up a lot, but StarCraft 2. So StarCraft 2 is also a game where most people don't actually play the 1v1 mode of StarCraft. Most people, when they pick up StarCraft, they play the story mode, they play through like custom games, and most of them, as of a few years ago, most of them play a game mode called co-op. And co-op is not like a competitive game mode, but it's a different game mode where you are teaming up with one other person, and you are cooperating, therefore co-op, against a single AI that has like essentially story missions from the story mode. And it's designed to be very replayable and have a lot of different like, you can level up your characters, you can level up your account, you can have different skills to unlock, that kind of stuff. And so it's designed to be very low pressure, and it's designed to be, again, very replayable. And that's a really important part. because Granblue tried to do the same thing with RPG mode. But RPG mode in that game is the definition of unreplayable. I know because I had to do it to get the PS4 codes to sell. That was a pain in the ass. So what happened was I played through Granblue on release on a PSN account that was not the owner of the game. So like I had 2 accounts on my PS4, and I accidentally played through the entirety of RPG mode on the account that didn't own the game. So when I went to redeem the code, I had to play through the entirety of RPG mode again on the proper account. And let me tell you, playing that mode twice is not a thing anyone should do. I think it took a couple of hours per run. Currently entertaining the possibility that fighting games can never be popular. Not saying it isn't, but I'm bracing for that to be a reality. I already think so. So I think that if you look at any game that is popular, you're going to notice a trend that there is a factor in terms of who wins the game that is not skill. So look at any game. So let me bring up like a... This isn't the best example because it's in Korean, but let me show you some of the most popular games in Korea. Okay. So this is this week's Netcafe play proportions, basically. Okay. So you have League of Legends at number 1, so 41.4% of all games played in Netcafes currently are they're all playing League of Legends. 41.4%. They're all playing League. The next most popular one is FC Online, which is FIFA Online, recently renamed. This one is Valorant, number 3. This is Sudden Attack, which is basically a Counter-Strike clone that has been popular for almost 2 decades now. This is MapleStory at 5th. This is Lost Ark. This is Overwatch. This is PUBG. This is StarCraft 1. And this is Dungeon & Fighter. So let me tell you something that is common across all of these games that doesn't exist in fighting games, okay? All of these games, when you are a player that plays these games, there is a factor that determines whether you win or not that is not skill. So for example, if you're queuing in League of Legends, there is the factor, and I'm not saying that this is the primary factor, but it is a factor that when you're playing League and you queue up, your team, and also your opponent's team, is something that you can't control that determines the likelihood of you winning or not winning your game, right? So the teammates that you get, and this is going to be the same for any team game, the teammates that you get are going to be a source of variance that doesn't exist in something like a fighting game. So if you lose a game of League, you can say that like, okay, I lost this game not because I'm bad. It's not that my skill is an issue. It's more so that my teammates just did really poorly, and that's why I lost. So you're able to have that excuse. In FIFA Online, this one is really awkward because this is like a lot of different games in one. It's first and foremost a soccer game technically, but there are a lot of different modes. It's also a gacha, so I guess I'll primarily attribute it to being a gacha where you can use money as a factor. And using money as a factor, basically pay to win, that's another thing that can determine the outcome of you winning or losing a game, right? Valorant, you have the same thing as League, where your teammates determine partly whether you win or lose the game. MapleStory, this is literally the definition of pay to win. Lost Ark, this, and also for MMOs, it's a little bit different because what is considered for you to be winning is a little different than in a competitive game like League. But both of these games, MMOs, they have different conditions of how you win, so they're a little bit of a outlier. Overwatch, same as League. Battleground, or PUBG, so this one is a little bit different in that the thing that determines whether you win or not, there are a lot of things. So number one, it can be like where you drop on the map initially, where you happen to be close to other people on the map, so that's, you can't control that. If someone else happens to be nearby, that's not something that you can control usually. The types of items that you pick up tends to be random. And you can increase your odds. There's a lot of things you can do as a skilled player to increase your odds of winning. But it is inarguable that there are a lot of these other factors that aren't skill that determine who wins the game. StarCraft, so this one is popular, again, as I mentioned before, for its custom modes and its non-competitive modes. But if you only look at the 1v1 ladder part, that's the closest thing you'll have to fighting games in StarCraft. Dungeon & Fighter, this is also an MMO, so we'll lump it in with Maple and Lost Ark. And I'll also add one more that's not on this list, which are card games. So card games like Hearthstone, like Magic, like Yu-Gi-Oh! These have literal RNG in them, in the sense that cards can have effects that are like target an opponent's card randomly, like choose one out of all of their cards. You can have things like this that are literal RNG in the game. And those, while in most of these games your skill is a more important factor, like these are things that can affect whether you win or lose individual games, right? And then you look at fighting games. So you have something like Street Fighter, or Tekken, or Guilty Gear. In these games, do you think that they have any of these things that I mentioned just now? Do you have teammates in your game? Do you have literal RNG in your game? Do you have pay to win in your game? And the answer is no. You don't have any of these things. Well, unless you play Faust. If you play Faust, you have a little bit of this RNG, but even that is like a very minute thing, right? Overall. And so when someone loses in a fighting game, something really weird happens where people realize that when they can't win, and they also can't blame anything else, and I'll get back to this because you can actually blame something else, but they realize that generally speaking, you can't blame anything else. So they quit the game because they don't like feeling like they are bad at the game. As opposed to all these other games, you can blame something else, and you can you can trick yourself into believing that those things, these other things that don't have to do with skill, are actually the primary reason why you lose. And that's a really important thing for popularity in games, I feel like, based on what I'm seeing. Like StarCraft, you would not see StarCraft be successful, you would not see any fighting game be successful, if not for other factors, such as story modes, such as like these other more enticing game modes, right? And so I think for fighting games, you need to do something really similar to what StarCraft did, where you need to provide an entirely different game mode that isn't primarily reliant on skill, or if it is, then it has to be lesser in degree. And it has to be replayable. Those are the conditions. And I haven't seen any fighting game make something like this yet. I would say that the closest that a fighting game has come is probably Smash, in that it can provide like and someone was talking about this earlier, where it's like, if you're making a Smash-like game, or like a platform fighter, you need to have like the competitive mode plus the party game mode in one, in order for it to succeed. And that's kind of what I am talking about here. You need like a thing that will attract people who don't play competitively, because those are going to be the majority, the vast majority of people who buy your game. And Street Fighter 6, so I think 6 has done some things, but I haven't really seen that game too much, so I can't really say. I know it's been doing a lot of like, in one of the trailers there was like a thing where you control your custom-made character in this world, and then you do things, but I don't know how that works. And the other game that's come really close is actually a very small game called Them's Fighting Herds. So this is an infamous game, for reasons I'll not go into, but it has made a lot of attempts to make this like alternate game mode that I've been talking about basically, but I don't think I'm not sure how that's doing. I haven't really kept up with that game's news recently. And it also had a really good intuitive tutorial, which is also missing in a lot of games. For Honor again, yeah, For Honor also, like, probably I would guess, I've never played the game, and I've seen very little footage of the game, but I would guess that the reason behind its popularity is its appeal to people who don't care about the competitive nature of the game. That would be my guess. Why is it infamous? Type the name into Google, and you'll see. It's called Them's Fighting Herds. Okay, I guess I need to go into a public lobby, turns out. It's a lot of orange squares. Damn, they're both playing random. TFH mentioned. It's honestly a good-looking game. Or like good-looking as it... Okay, I need to... Oh, I need to defend myself. It's good-looking in the sense of, like, gameplay, is what I mean. I've heard of it before, so before I check, let me guess people hate furries. You're close. I don't... Are ponies furries? I guess it could be, right? No, but MLP fans and furries have a huge overlap. I see. Yeah, it was originally, that game, before it was officially released, it was it was based on MLP. And then they got into copyright issues, I believe. Actually, just open this up. And like so like the tutorial's really good. The game feels pretty good, honestly. It seems like the combo system seems really nice. So I'm pretty huge on how combos feel when I choose a game to play. And TFH felt pretty good to play, honestly, in training mode. I don't know how it turns out in actual matches, because that's a huge part. Like, a game can feel really good to control, but it can also just not really be all that enticing in actual games. For me, Under Night is the biggest example of this. I'm not even into ponies or whatever, I just like games with rollback. I agree. Played for Honor in a comp scenario is disastrous. Reactable offense and 0 to 100 ganking. Two players TOD one opponent, the biggest culprits. I see. Maybe I'm a bad Google researcher, but I don't see any big complaint about it online. It gets it's not so much that people complain about it. It's more that if you ask someone, why don't you play this game, or why don't you try it out, they're gonna say MLP. That's gonna be the reason. Like, honestly, it's not a bad game. And I had someone try to convince me to play it, and I did. Like, I tried the training mode, and I tried a lot of stuff in there, and it's kind of okay. But my thing now is, if I'm gonna play if I'm gonna pick up a new game, I feel like it is a requirement that the game is like widely popular, at least to the degree of like Tekken or Street Fighter. I think I've had it, and it feels pretty bad to say this, but I think I've had it enough with lower population fighting games, unfortunately. Like, I'll still play them in like training modes and stuff, but I can't really see myself investing another few thousand hours into a small game. The only thing I'll do that with is this game with Xrd. That's it. Because there are other games I want to play. Like, if I just had infinite time. These games are like Eternal Fighter Zero is probably really high up there. I would probably keep playing Soku also. I would try out... Let's see. Let's open my list of Steam fighting games. I would try out Chaos Code. I would probably have kept playing Arcana Heart, 6 stars. I would try... Them's Fighting Herds is one of them, and Skullgirls. And I think that's about it for now. But like, I would try more games if I just could, at any given point, find a match when I want to play the game. Which is, even for this game, even for Xrd, you can't really do that right now, as you can see. And like ideally also you have some sort of ladder system where you can just queue up and get an opponent and then get ranked. For a lot of people I know that's an important factor also that doesn't exist for this game. Well, actually, hold on. It does exist. It does exist in the sense that there is a ranked mode, but I haven't seen anyone make frequent use of it, other than when Rollback first got introduced to this game for a very brief amount of time. That was the only point. And also in Japan. In Japan, people seem to use it, but that's a special case. And that was before Strive released. Damn, it's a Wednesday evening and it's barren in here. There are no Exerdians. Let me actually go out again and see if there are lobbies. I'm booting up, I see. I'll give you a room code in that case. Oh, I see something interesting. I see that Scope Dog is still playing the game, so I should change my title to Zato Population 2. Hold on. Okay, Zato Population 2. There we go. This is a EU lobby, and Scope Dog is probably one of the only Zato players there. There's also Miowski, who I think is not primarily a Zato player, but it's like me, this guy are the net play Zatos, and then there is basically no one else that plays the character. Okay. Let me in, he says. I think how do I... oh, okay. That works. The only Fausts... actually, I shouldn't say the only Fausts. I played in tournament versus Elvin, and I play a local Faust player. But I don't get very many matches overall versus Faust. There's a guy online called Hyuk, and he used to play Netplay a lot. I don't think I've seen him recently. He's another Faust player. Elvin is better than me. Hey, you can change that if you just keep playing this game. Xrd really does feel small compared to Plus R. Plus R, yeah, I feel like it does have a larger player base, for sure. And like, I really enjoy that, but I'm also not willing to play Plus R. Oh yeah, I am willing to play Plus R, but it's just, I would prefer to play this game over that game. And the primary reason is that Zappa exists, unironically. see, that's a Faust struggle, where he is huge, especially when he's using moves. So drills stay on the screen for a long time. And they are kind of a pain for Faust to navigate around. I mean screen size, but they also... Oh, I see. Oh yeah, actually, you're right. In plus R, the screen... Like the amount of map you can see in this game is a lot less than in plus R. Actually, you know what? If I can't find more matches for this game, I'm probably gonna switch over to plus R. How's that? Although I do have to tell you that in that game I don't primarily play Eddie. I play Kai. I think Kai is objectively the coolest character in that game. Unfortunately, the representative of Kai, well, I shouldn't say representative, but one of the notable Kai players in that game is a little infamous. Oh. Oh! Wow, that was pretty good. Holy shit. Crocs and Zenzen are playing right now. In a netplay lobby, or? In tournament? There's a tournament on Wednesday? Exhibition, I see. I think Zenzen wins that. I'm not entirely sure. Slayer has a lot of exceptions. Oh. Oh. There are some forbidden acts when you play versus Zato. That is one of them. You do not burst on 2D. Oh, okay. I don't know if that was high blitz or low blitz, but that turned out pretty well for me. Georgia versus New York, 5 vs 5. I see. I didn't know they were doing it on Wednesday though. I thought that was a... Isn't that part of ECT? Or is that something different? I put money on Crocs. You know, you could be right. It could be Crocs that wins. Actually, is it a first 3 or what's the format? I think the shorter the set, the better chances Crocs has, to be honest. I think it's best of 3. Okay, so first of 2. Oh. You can't do that. Do you think there are other players there that are like similar in skill to them, or is it just those two that are on the top? These are the anchors. I see. Oh! 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 Okay, he almost had it. I know it's... Oh! Kazu was on New York, I think. Oh! Okay, that's pretty huge. And he's not supposed to die there. Oh! Didn't you know you're supposed to block your bomb? Silly Faust players. Oh. Zanzan 1, I see. Croc's baited burst, then drop a punish, and then wasted burst and lost. Damn. If he punished properly, would he have won, or was it still not close? Oh damn, that sucks. It was round 1 though, to be fair, I see. Yeah, if that kind of thing happens on the last round that determines who wins the set, that's like, you go home early that day. Like, I take losses pretty badly also in tournaments. Well, not just in tournaments, in any in any scenario, actually. I take losses pretty badly. So like, whenever I used to like lose in a tournament, I was like, I did go home. Unfortunately, it's 3 AM, gotta sleep. Alright, you have a good time. Oh! Oh! Okay. I need to get rid of my habit of just mashing buttons. But you know, I had a chance of that being the right one. I think by the point he realized I picked, I already... He already swapped too many times to tell, I think. I enjoy losing. It's a problem in tournaments. Yeah, it sounds like it. Oh! I can't get myself to care enough about winning, and I get bored and want to play friendlies. I see. I think mostly that's just a personality thing. And if someone tells me that, I think there's not really much I can tell you. Because you enjoy the game in like a different way, basically. That's perfectly fine. It would be problematic if someone was like, hey, I wanna get good at this game, but I don't care about winning. that would be problematic. Oh. Hold on, I'm about to lose. Oh. Damn. Oh my god. Go! Oh my god, Eddie. Oh, that chips. Okay. I do want to get good too. I have a lot of thonking about that paradox. Well, you don't care enough about winning, right? So then there must be some other motivation for you to get good. Or is it kind of like in the vein that you want to get good so that you can shitpost harder in game? That's another possibility. Oh. Learning and mastery is an intrinsic motivation for me. I see. But simultaneously, you don't care about winning? Or is that not a... Okay, hold on. It's an anti-blitz setup. Well, I see. So I guess the way I would think about it is that for a lot of people, the reason they want to get good is because they want to win. But it sounds like your reasoning for wanting to be better is not because of winning. It sounds like, based on what you're saying. I see. Oh. Oh, I'm dead. Damn. There's no way I could learn this game if I wanted to win. I see. See, I am what you are describing. My primary motivation for getting good is to win, more or less. Damn, I wanted the poison to be blitzed once you get close enough. Do I die? I do. It's all lost for me. It's all lost for like 2 years. Generally speaking, if you ask most people, I think, you'll hear like, if you ask them, why do you want to get good? I would assume, and based on what I've seen, it's going to be, well, I want to beat X player. Like, that's how good I want to be. And you can notice that the keyword there is beat. But you're right that in this kind of game, where there's not really like a active competitive scene for it, like compared to a lot of other games, this game doesn't really have that as much. In this kind of game, you're going to see a lot less of that, comparatively. And especially if you have like a scene that also has prize pools, which again doesn't really, comparatively speaking, doesn't exist in this game. You are going to see a lot less of it, I guess.
Heaven or hell. Duel. 1. Let's rock.
Oh. If I play Street Fighter 6, which I think will happen eventually, if I get Street Fighter 6, that will be like the that will be the primary motivator again. Like, it is to win and like beat everyone, basically. And that game has the proper support for that too. Like, if you wanna, like, any game with an active ranking system, it will support that very well. So like Tekken, I don't know if Dragon Ball has it, but I think it kind of does. Tekken, Dragon Ball, Street Fighter. Hello, Crocs and Socks. Thank you again for the raid. Here's the exhibition party. I think Exert is a case where I just enjoy the game to such a degree that it just bypasses that limit for me. For most other games, I would not be playing it still, like right now. That's why I don't play Soku right now. Like, I really like Soku. It's a good game. Actually, that's kind of questionable, but it's a fun game, and it has some very unique things that you won't find in any other game. Is Soku sick? Actually, no, it probably isn't. But it's a very fun game. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's a good game, or that it is a well-designed game or anything of the sort, but it is very fun. It is incredibly fun. I'm a Kusoge enjoyer. It's very Kusoge. You would enjoy it if that's the case. I don't know if you've seen the game before. It is the least fighting game that exists within the sphere of my knowledge. Oh. Oh. That was an odd burst choice. Okay. Least fighting gamey fighting game is like Puyo Puyo. I guess you can go that far, yeah. Choice? I guess I should say timing, rather. Oh. Oh! Wait, did I cross up or did I have to FD it? I don't think I have to FD up door, do I? Because I was holding left. That should mean... Oh. Or is this like some forbidden secret Faust tech that I don't know about? Oh! Oh, I was gonna hit the... Okay, come on. Okay, it's fine. I think you do have to FD up door. Do you? Holy shit. I didn't... Oh. Okay. Hold on. I didn't know that. I guess I just naturally FD every single time anyways, but that time, I just happened to not do so. You block a lot of these empty lows. And now you die. See, for every... So here, let me explain to you, just in case you don't know. For Faust doors, here is the one thing you do versus all 3 door possibilities. You jump back, and then hold FD, and that's it. And nothing can hurt you, other than if he uses YRC. So he can do up door, he can YRC on the way down, and then throw your jump. That's the only thing he can do, basically. Actually, there might be more things he can do, but that is like the extent of what he can do. YRC into throw. Of course. Bliss is good if they also have, if they don't RC. I see, yeah. That would work too. Oh, close. Kinda wanted to Executor there. Oh! I'm in danger. I'm gonna get stunned soon. Okay, it's fine. See, if your opponent doesn't... If your opponent is not used to dealing with Shadow Gallery as an anti-anti-air, it is the greatest clutch as a Zato player. Just abuse Shadow Gallery after I-80 forwards, and then you will win. Here's my #1 tip for quote-unquote intermediate Zato players. Oh, he wanted that to combo so badly. Into the mini Faust. Shadow Gallery is a backwards DP. You know, it is like the hurt box on it. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the hurt box on Shadow Gallery. Oh, wrong side. There we go. Oh! The hurt box on Shadow Gallery. It's like a very thin horizontal line that's at Zato's feet when it first appears. So it is very good at dealing with most hitboxes, period. Oh, mini fouls, please. Like that, just now. Like, his feet were hitting around where Zato's head is, and that's not where his hitbox is it? Being able to ground throw is so wonky. Yeah, it is. Ground throw and air throw on the way down. Oh. Too bad it can't, like, reflect the explosion. That'd be cool. Like, it wouldn't do anything, because your opponent already gets hit by it, but you would at least be able to just kind of invul through it. Reflected donut. Oh! Oh! Okay, that was supposed to combo a bit differently. I'm gonna wait for Great Whites. Okay, there we go. Do your thing. Okay, there we go. Here's a fun Zato fact for you. In this matchup, I can't reflect anything. Which, it'll be really cool to be able to reflect, like, meteors. But that is not a possibility. Actually, I don't know if even, like, pots can reflect the meteors. Now that I think about it. Not even hammers. Even the hammer, you cannot reflect. And the other problem is that if you do reflect things like hammer or the meteors, the problem is that it'll, like, bounce at an angle that it'll just head towards the floor really quickly. So probably, even if it does reflect, it wouldn't do too much. Oh! I don't think this kills. It does not. Good old geometry. Yeah, that comes into play a lot versus Raven primarily, and then also versus Venom to a lesser degree. Like, if Raven jumps up and then does the needle on you, that thing will bounce to the ground, and it does not do much. Is that really your max punish on Blitz? As solo Zato, I really can't do much, especially mid-screen. Like, to the point where you might even see Zatos do, like, 5p2d. Although, like, the most realistic and most common one is going to be... Oh, why did he die there? The most common one is going to be Side Dust into 6H, 6H, 2S. And it gives you a knockdown and, like, some time to do your summon and stuff. That will be the most common punish. Oh. Nice waiting on the bursts. Oh! Oh! I should have died. Oh! We're alive. Oh, we're really alive. Okay. See, sometimes you play Faust, and you have to come to terms with the fact that your opponent can also benefit. Or isn't guaranteed out that drill, is it? A shark. It is not. No. Oh! That's a lot of damage. Oh, I see what you mean. I just understood. You don't mean Moru, you mean the Nobiru. In which case, yeah, that's not guaranteed. Oh, he was waiting real long for that one. Oh! He's got it. Damn. I hope you give me one more game so I can do the same. Here are my rules for IK, okay? Number 1, I will not IK you, period. Number 2, there's an exception to number 1. If you're a Baiken player. That's about it. What about Ultimate IKs? Those I will sometimes go for, but only if my opponent has beaten me once, at least, in the sets. Or does Zato just not have those? He does, he really does. I only and always to the Ultimate IK. I see. Oh. Soul at least has cool routes into it. Yeah, Zato kind of does too. Like, you can route into Big Drill, so that you do your IK like animation, or the charge up, while the Big Drill's going on. That's pretty cool. And you can also IK from Dead Man's Hands. Oh, police hammer! There we go. Okay. If that hammer hits me, that was a... I would have been dead. Okay. It's not common that Zato has that much risk gauge on the opponent. But if he does have it on you, that's a lot of damage. I think the majority of the reason he was so good in Reload was because of that one change, where he just cranks Risk using Yeti, and that has never been seen again in any other game. He's one of the few people who actually backdashes on Bustle. That's more people need to do that too. Oh, I fucked up. Well, oh, okay, we're fine. He finally paid for it in Strive, I guess. Apparently he hasn't been playing that much Strive, so I don't know about that one. Backdash on Saw works. Wouldn't it just tag you since it moved forward? It does tag you, so basically you're sacrificing HP equal to the amount that I do the punish on you, which is an air combo, which means it doesn't knock you down. So you're taking a bit of damage in order to escape the mix, essentially. And sometimes it turns out that is pretty worth it. And that damage is like, from full health it's gonna be like 160 damage or so for most characters. Okay. Oh, not so fast. That IAD just now, it relies on him not getting hammer. And I consider myself pretty lucky, so I will go for it. And then when I do that in tournaments, I'll get destroyed. You know, in every gacha game, it turns out that I'm pretty lucky. I'm far above average in terms of what I'm supposed to get for the amount of pulls. Even in MapleStory. In MapleStory, that game is heavily like gacha, pay to win. And even in that game, I am obscenely lucky. Oh. Oh, he didn't actually get hit. Holy shit. That's it's not as good as I wanted it to be. Roll on my Genshin account for me. I tried Genshin in terms of doing the tutorial and then going to the main town and then doing like 2 dailies over the course of 2 days, and then I stopped. Oh, okay, that's bad. Taking the poison there is not ideal. Oh, please! I'm not dead. Oh, okay, I'm dead. I died trying to IB. It is the least toxic gacha economy ever, and your combat effectiveness means nothing. In fact, I enjoy the game more when I wasn't leveled. I see. So like the one gacha game I really liked was Arknights. And in that game, the better your units, like the better things you pull, the easier the game's strategy becomes, which is kind of counterintuitive, right? So there are players in that game who will like strictly only use the lower rarity units and then try to make the game work. And I kind of did the same thing. People do it in Genshin too, but the combat isn't really that fun either. Yeah, in Arknights, the actual gameplay is, I found it really enjoyable, which is uncommon for a mobile game, right? And on top of that, it was also one of the less pay-to-win games, or less pay-to-win gacha games, in the context of gacha games. So that was also pretty good. You don't get that. That's fine. It's also fine. Oh, that's not fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay. It's very fine. I probably play Arknights. I try to have only one active game per genre. I see. Well, it's not really per genre, is it? Or do you mean like per... Or are you considering every mobile game the same genre, kind of? Or actually, I know that in Genshin they added like something similar to what Arknights has, where you do like there are these challenge modes, and then I think at some point Genshin also actually had like a tower defense mode, right? Oh. And I think it had that a tower defense mode as an event, I think it was, apparently. Oh. Yeah, so Arknights, by default, it's a tower defense game. And then there's a specific event called Contingency Contract. And what you do in this mode is you take on these difficulty modifiers that will increase the amount of rewards that you get for every increased difficulty, basically. And so some of the most enjoyable parts of the game is like trying to optimize your like character or like team composition, and, like timings of when to place each unit, that kind of stuff. Genshin also added a permanent card game that's actually decent. It's better than Hearthstone even, it was less complex. I see. I do gotta say, I think Genshin was kind of the first game that really seems to have popularized gachas. in like the Western spheres of gaming. And I think it was inevitable that that would happen at some point, but it is unfortunate. Not just like that one Dragon Marble game was always around in the West, but they were not as widespread. At least I feel like, as Genshin is currently. But that's kind of an ass pull. I don't have exact numbers or anything. I guess you could look at like gross income metrics and then tell from that. And I think Genshin does really well in the like Steam, or not Steam, in the North American Play Store. Oh. Oh. Like consistently top 3 since release. Yeah, that's huge. Oh. It's also accelerated since it launched. In terms of revenue, do you mean?
Heaven or hell. Duel 1.
Close. Oh! I'm dead. The worst part about that game is there's about 120 hours of unskippable dialogue from launch to current year. The writing was also kind of rough. I see. Yeah, apparently the story for Lost Ark, or not Lost Ark, Arknights, is apparently pretty good, but it's like so convoluted that you have to sink a lot of time into trying to understand like, the universe. Oh, I'm dead. Should be dead. Oh, I didn't want to do that. There's another game that I think FGO was also like, a lot of people didn't like the writing for the first years of its existence, and then apparently they got better. But I stopped playing that game a long time ago. This is the first gacha I played. It's like the enjoyment I got from playing FGO was in terms of making macros to for it to automatically play itself. That was where the enjoyment was for me. And even in that game, even in FGO, I was really lucky with pulls. Oh. Damn. You sound like my cousin who enjoys spoofing phones to play Pokemon Go. Oh, but this isn't so much like... I guess it's kind of similar. But this is just like making basically mouse macros to do repeated actions, and then just looping it over and over and over. But honestly, it was kind of fun making them. Oh. Oh. Do you play Factorio? I in fact have. If I weren't playing fighting games right now, I would probably be playing a lot of Factorio. There's another game in that kind of similar vein called, I think Opus Magnum is what it's called. That's also very fun. Oh. I don't play Factorio, and I'm scared of trying it. It's a good game, it really is. But the problem for Factorio is that for most people, what you'll end up doing is you copy blueprints that other people made, and so you just like insert huge chunks of work that other people did. But ideally, you just do that problem solving on your own. Yeah, like that's not really playing the game. See, like there, he took a bit of damage, but because he backdashed, that was an air hit on the bus stop, so that means that I don't get a knockdown. And generally speaking, that's going to be better value than blocking, not taking the damage, but then getting the mix. There it is again. Okay. It didn't combo, but it looked like it comboed. Faust throw can activate without the opponent being... Yeah, it's a... You just have to be within proximity, but it's not... You don't get hit if you're in the air, so that happens. Oh, I'm gonna get it. Oh, that's bad. I wonder if I should not chicken block Meteorus all the time. I feel like it's the safest thing to do. Oh, that's bad. See, even 2K, it will be beaten by the Shadow Gallery. That's how good the hurt box is during that. Does Faust have to approach in this matchup? No, well,
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
I think no, almost definitively no. Generally speaking, you'll have Zato trying to approach. Yeah, I think that's sounds about right. Oh, you don't get that. Oh. I should have RC'd. Okay, it's fine. If you need just one single hit, just one hit, any hit will kill your opponent, then 6H is pretty good. Because chances are it's gonna trade, but that means that you at least got one hit. Oh! I thought for a second that the big mini Faust would hit hit 3 times, like in plus R. It's I kind of wish he had better items, to be honest. It'll make the game more. If you're a Faust player, that'll make your game's a lot more fun, for sure. Like if he had mini pot in this game, that'd be pretty cool for the Faust player. Faust gets a lot of guaranteed item pulls for playing passively. Like generally speaking, for a lot of matchups where both characters have summons, Zato is probably going to be the one that is having to approach. Because like you had the argument of, okay, both characters can summon, but when you look at a lot of summon characters, the idea that you can just infinitely spawn your summons, generally speaking, is a lot better than Eddie being summoned once. That's the only thing I summon, right? Like Dizzy can spawn a bunch of shit on the floor, on the screen. May can summon both Dolphin and Beach Ball. Faust has all his item throws. Assuming it's not like a donut. Be funny if Eddie can eat the yeah, that'd be good. That'll be no, that'll be bad for Zato. You want the donut on the screen. But if he gains like a bonus for doing it, that would be pretty cool. Oh, that whiffed. You... Okay, you can actually do that. He got pushed back a lot further than I thought. I don't know what that was, but I will take it. Oh, the way Mini Faust like moves left and right while falling. Do I die? I don't. Oh, now I die. Do you dislike Strive? Let me be as neutral as I can, okay? I prefer Exert. That's my answer. That's about the nicest way I can put it. You dislike plus R. I dislike Zappa. I don't dislike plus R. I just dislike Zappa. That's it. Like honestly, I like plus R a lot. It's just just that Zappa exists. That's all. And also, there's also the problem that my favorite character in that game, in Kai, is very bad, apparently. Which is a shame. Oh! Kai's so sick in ACR. Yeah, exactly. He is the coolest character in the entire game, in that game. And then he became lame, but good. Yes, exactly. He is so enjoyable in Plus R to play. In fact, maybe I'll play a little bit of Plus R before I end today. I kinda want to try it out. It's been a long time since I played. It's a shame though because one of the cool things about Kai in that game is that you can do a combo that's like 2D into Stun Edge into FRC, and then you can do some really cool stuff there after. But you can't do that combo on a select few characters, which is a shame. It's one of the coolest like combo routes, period. I'm gonna get stunned soon. I'm really gonna get stunned soon. Oh, okay. I feel like Axel is the opposite of Kai, where he's decent but lame in ICR, but sick and sick but ass in Rev 2. He's like in theory kind of cool. Like he has some. I like having up bomber or sorry down bomber. I like that he has like mid combo air dashes and stuff. Oh, I should have punished. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, a lot of the things in this game. So I think if they add force breaks to this game, and they have to be really careful because you don't want the game to revolve around it too much. But if they just make more moves in this game via force breaks, I would really enjoy that. Like, give Zato exhaust and stuff. And instant big girl, I guess. That'd be nice. Isn't that why people preferred Slash? Can you change the title to Zato Population 3? Okay, I need to see some evidence that you are in-game, in Exerd Rev 2, playing this character, please. And then I'll switch it. And then I'll switch it to Population 3. It's Population 2 right now because I saw Scope Dog playing. This means the current population? Yes, it does indeed. I mean, there are more Zato players, if you want to put it that way. Oh, that is pretty active. There are more Zato players, but none of them... Well, none of them play the game. Change it to 1? No, Scope Dog was playing. He is holding up the European Zato Federation all by himself. And now I'm doing the same for North America. Oh! I didn't want that big drill. Oh, nice. I guess I was the more skilled player in that interaction. How's that? Lord Scope Dog. Yeah, he's been in that play for a long time. There was him, there was me, there was someone else that I forget the name of, but he was like a yellow square Zato player in North America. And then I think there was so there was a guy called Vegan Power, who apparently played the game, but I've basically never seen him play the game. But he talks about the game a lot. So there was him at the time. This was before Strive. There was him. There was a. I think Mad Hatter played before Strive also. And then there was Beautiful Dude Julian and Marlon Pie. But Marlon switched to Eno. And Beautiful Dude switched to Blaze Blue. So that didn't go so well. Oh. Now I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Now I'm dead. There's that Hawaiian Zato, I keep forgetting their name. They're pretty good. I don't know any Zato player that was from Hawaii. Oh! Oh, in the past though, like before I played, before Rev 2, apparently there were a lot of Zato players. But I started playing this character after Rev 2.1, more or less. Oh. You can't have that. That's not. I can't give it to you that easily. That's the best way to play low tier. Yeah, I've never had. Okay, while I've been playing Zato, Zato has never been nerfed. That's pretty insane. Because you know, 2.1 was the last balance patch for this game. And it was like, I think 2021, January? Or 2020, either one. Maybe even as far back as 2019. He's gonna get stunned soon. There it is. My friend's PS3 still has 2.0. Uno mas, he says. Okay. You die. Yeah, they changed something about Soul's acceleration, right? And then I don't remember whether it was 2.0 or the Rev 2... or not 2.0, 2.1 or the Rev 2 release that changed this. But if you play Sign, you're gonna notice that a lot of the RC timings are a lot stricter in that game in Sign compared to here. It's like something in between FRC and doing your RC in this game. That's how hard some of the red RC timings are. especially off of like a command throw. If you do command throw and try to RC, it's gonna be really hard compared to this game. Alright, GG. I don't know if you're gonna consider this to be your primary game, but if you are around, I will play you in the future. They buffed Soul's screen shake going into 2.1. Yeah, they changed that too. That was a really weird note in the patch notes. It's like, we increased the screen shake of Soul. Didn't change anything else, just the screen shake. Okay, I think based on like an hour ago, it was very difficult finding matches, so I'm actually gonna put on plus R for a bit. Let me show you how glorious Kai is in that game. I'll probably do like 30 minutes. Do a VT loop, that's easy. Alright, let me show you first. Here's the combo. Okay, I can still IFRC. Is Kai to it? He is. Oops. And then you can loop here. There's a few different ways you can do it, but here's the easy one. Which is you just do 6H, like 3 times. 2, 3, and then you do this, and then you do the follow-up. And then you get your setup. It is a good feeling combo to do. And then instead of doing just the 6Hs, you can also do like an IED. And then it becomes really hard to do. But it is not exactly optimal, unfortunately. I love 6H. Yeah, 6H is really cool in this game. 3H exists. It's good. It can be burst safe even. I think I did player match and then quick search. Let's see, wait for the ping. It's like one of those good feeling moves in fighting games. Sometimes there are just those moves that feel really good to use. 6H is definitely one of them. Let me actually turn off the background music. Oh, it's been a while. Zato pressure and plus R is really cool. Yeah, it is. It's like he just has more tools that make him stronger once he gets the knockdown. Oh. Mid-tier Johnny. Oh, I'm not playing this game nearly enough. I think I should die here, right? I should have died there, I think. Oh, okay. I think these matches are our first to twos. We have 2 games left. Maximum. Johnny's mid tier because combos are impossible. Well, that's the other thing too. Like some really basic confirm, like 6K into 2K as Kai, is actually really hard to do in this game. That's an overhead. Oh, I don't meter. I wanted to FRC. That's a lot of coins. He is almost out of coins. Oh, it doesn't matter. Damn. Dude's name is insert coin and he inserted. I want to keep playing him. Okay, good.
Please select your character.
In this game, definitely, I need a significantly larger number of games before I can like figure people out.
Heaven or hell. Duel. Let's rock.
There's still like too much. There's so much stuff that I'm just not aware of in this game still. That is very safe. That is an overhead. Oh, okay, you can do that. This game is high maintenance, I think. Coming back to this game on Eno feels impossible. Yeah, that that character has some very difficult shit, based on what I've seen. I know some people like to exaggerate how difficult the BMBs are, but like I know on like even to play the character on a basic level, she is pretty hard. Oh, that's bad. Six FRC6. Yeah, that is pretty toxic. I don't want that in my game. I mean, it's really cool that it's in the game, but if I'm playing this game at this like rates, I don't want to play a character that has to do that. You know, if I was like fully invested into plus R, then that'll be okay. Oh, my FRC. Oh. 6 FRC6 is really important. Yeah, so I've heard. And like it's kind of fun to do. Like if you're able to do it, which I can't do consistently, by the way, but if you're able to do it consistently, like the motion of doing it is pretty fun.
Heaven or hell? Duel. One. Rock.
Oh, Kai can do this too. He can combo off the air throw if he's in the corner without meter. He cannot do that in Ref 2. Okay. It's like how plinking in Street Fighter 4 is fun. That game, I feel like if I play fighting games when Street Fighter 4 was still a thing, I feel like I would be really huge on that game because it has a lot of the things that I like. But I didn't play fighting games back then. Oh, that's pretty safe. Okay, that's a fake combo. You can make it work, but you have to do it better. And I don't have the capacity to do it better right now. It'll stick to watch. Yeah, that's the main thing. If you watch Street Fighter 4, generally speaking, the game's going to be The game's gonna be so much more fun to watch than something like 5. Like, I play very little 4, and I have not a lot of knowledge about it, but like, even I can watch 4, and it's so much more fun than watching 5. And like, it's not like 5 isn't fun at all to watch either. Like, there is a lot of fun if you're watching like the highest level Street Fighter 5. It's not boring. It's just like 4 is so much more exciting. That's pretty safe too. Oh, the coin killed me. Unless this is versus Geef. Geef was is toxic. I haven't played a single game versus Geef in 4 so far. I know he has green hand. That's about everything I know about the character. Oh, I can burst that. It's gonna be a long trend of things I can't burst versus Johnny, even in this game, I feel like. Oh! I didn't want that. Oh, I can't do that. I think on Johnny I need to jump before doing the first VT. So I need to do like jump forward, JSH, and then DP. If I recall correctly. It's kind of the other thing about this game too. There are more character specifics than in Exerd, I think, for most characters. I was close. Oh! I know Robokai is ultra character specific, and most characters have really silly combos on him. Isn't he the heaviest character in the game in here? Like Beyond Pot or something like that? Heaviest, but his hurtbox is also whack. I see. Oh, I can't do that. I think Soul can do like wall throw Grand Viper and then combo after. But in this game, Soul is pretty different, where his kit is just fundamentally, it just works differently, it seems like. Oh. One of the weirder things for this game to me is how you bounce really high up when you air attack, and if you do like a forward air attack. In Xrd, you have a really good angle for just teching into buttons. Oh, you can't do that on Johnny. Do I die? I do. Damn. Even if he doesn't super, I think I die there. Isn't there less invuln on air tech too? I think so, something like that. Where if you, like, the decision to tech forward in the mesh is just worse in this game. And that's not really my attempt. It's more so I want to tech and then either throw or air dash out. And it's pretty good for that, like if you want to tech into air dash forwards. Because you're just so much higher up than your opponent. Oh, that's burst safe. Oh, the kills. Damn, that's such a long range confirm for him to have. He does not have anything like that in Xrd, where you can just be in the air and then confirm like that for a lot of damage. And also, like it feels like the damage in this game is actually lower than in Xrd. Generally speaking, like if you do a combo, it feels, I don't know if it's true, but it feels like you just do less damage. It could also be because I'm playing Kai. It's not like I only noticed that for my character. I can't do that. Surely there's a way to deal with the Bakusai in this game. In Exert, you have to guess when the coins are going to come, and then blitz. Can I not punish that? I mean, it's pretty safe in Ref 2 also, that super. Oh. Damn, GG. I think I have to use, if I want to punish it, I probably have to use like 2k and be close enough. Instead of doing 2D. But then I have to be close enough to begin with. I'm gonna play like 2 games of Eddie. And then that will be, I think, all. Maybe it'll be more than 2. By the way, my Eddie in this game is very fake. Oh, I can't do that in this game. My Eddie in this game is basically plus R zato, and then I just use what I know from plus R, or what am I saying? From Exert zato. I'm just copy pasting Exert zato into this game. That is basically all I'm doing. Like I know the basic combos, but I know the quote unquote infinite you do with exhaust, but I don't know a lot more else. Oh, and also I know that you can do far slash 2D in this game. That's an amazing Gatling to have. Damn. No one knows which Eddies are fake except the Eddie mains. Oh, that is really high up. Damn, I think I die. Surely there's a way to deal with Bakusai in plus R. Or maybe it's just like a scenario where you have to not get into it to begin with. Because this game doesn't have blitz. I guess you can flashback, right? So you like, if flashback works on unblockables. Do I die? I do. That's the other thing too. This game, if you dead angle someone and you hit them with it, you can continue to do your combo. That is one of the most fucked up things with the Zappa also. He'll do dead angle on you and then he'll do the DP and he'll have his summon out. That's absolutely fucked. That's the wrong move. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I don't know this combo. Like, I know you have to do it, and I know you have to jump cancel near the very beginning, but I don't know a lot more about it. You do like jump cancel JD, and then you can shadow gallery, I think, into some more stuff. I know the one for Kai. I don't know the one for Eddie. Is this game more or less Kuzoge than ST? I think ST might be more Kuzoge, to be honest. Assuming you mean Street Fighter 2 ST. Oh! That move doesn't exist in this game. I tried to make him go underground. Oh, I want a super. Okay, we're fine. And also, the flight in this game is a lot more fun than in Exord. You have a lot more mobility in the air as Zato, or as Eddie. It's a lot of risk. Okay, so you can punish that. Oh! I thought the game ended. I thought that would hit Eddie instead of me. What animal even is cool? I have no idea, but it's a lot cooler than in Exord. Do I die? Maybe not. Oh, okay. I feel like the hurt boxes of Eddie in this game are actually little Eddie are less big than an X-Word. Like there's a lot of times where I want to do something like Nobiru, and then I want it to take a hit for me, but it doesn't. Which is like I guess I guess that's a lot better than an X-Word because you don't want Eddie to die most of the time. But I'm kind of used to it taking that hit for me. Oh. Oh, I have to have DE coin in this game. Damn. Is it like some kind of ref 2 low tier gaslighting strategy? Well, it's like a real thing that you have to do, because sometimes just like being able to do a few hits with his zato, even though Eddie dies, that is a good thing sometimes. Like one hit of shield basically can be useful. Or I should say armor, more like. Wait, oh, I have to block low, because there's a low Zwei there. Not Zwei, Misminer. He doesn't have Zwei in this game, I think. I gotta say though, I have a lot more time spent learning Kai than Eddie, and I think I do pretty similarly on both. That's why the M hit is. Oh, yeah, oppose is pretty good actually. Like if they put oppose in X-Word, it'll be a pretty good move. Oh, I ran out of meter. Oppose is an extra, but it's called D-Fish. It is pretty good. Oh, that's fucked up. Did you see that? He hit a coin while I was airborne, and then he picked it up from that distance. That was fucked up. I don't think he can do that from that range in X-Word. I could be wrong. Okay, so it doesn't need meter for that, but it is unsafe if you do it without meter, I assume. Oh, 2K isn't the low in this game. I think. $2K isn't the low. I think it isn't. You have to do. Yeah, I think it isn't. So you have to use 5K for your mix-ups too, I think. Keep wanting to do 2HYRC. That is not a thing in this game. Oh, he left. I think I'm spectating. Okay, no I'm not. I have 257 milliseconds to this player. Let's see. I think I said I was gonna play 2 games and then leave. I'm gonna do one more set and then I'll leave. $2K hits mid. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I'll keep playing Eddie for now. He said 2 games about 12 games ago. I see. It's a good game. It's a good game when Zap is not in the game. Oh, you know who else I play too? Is like a very small amount of Justice. Justice is very fun to play. Oh, that's not the one I want. I did the landmine. Do I have to FT that too? 2H or J2H? Surely not. Oh, that's what's happening. She's doing the unride, and then she's killing Eddie that way. Little Eddie. I can 2D there. That's a good Gatling that I'm not using. I need to do far slash 2D. That's a good ass Gatling to have as Zato. Yeah, so Up Dolphin is completely different than in Exert because that exists. Like, it is a different move entirely. I think I might switch to Kai. Soon. Because normally, in Exord, if May does up dolphin on you, like the H up dolphin, that's like a very hard commit from May. But in this game, you can just use it to kill Eddie. That's pretty strong. I have to FD that too. Holy shit. There's a lot of things in this game I have to FD in the air versus like air normals. I am close to being stunned. That doesn't knock down. I'm gonna get stunned. I'm not gonna get stunned. I need to FD that. Oh, that doesn't exist in that group. Oh, I'm dead. See, like, all the things I'm dying to are like plus R exclusive things right now. It's like not being able to normal block versus things like J2H. That up dolphin, or letting go of the dolphin. Oh, guess some things never change. That's a overrun. Oh, where is my summon? I'm dead. Okay, I'm switching to Kai. I'm gonna do like 2 games as Kai, okay? Or 1 set as Kai. I think the only thing like that in Exort is Soul's DIDP. Yeah, there's not a lot of that in Exord. Oh, okay. Hey, that's actually an anti-air in this game. Oh, that's bad. Okay, it's fine. Okay. My star. There it is. Okay. That's also a good move. It's not, well, I don't know if it's a good move, but it's a really fun move to use the FB star. And like the ways you can combo into it after setting it up. Oh, that beats DP. Holy shit. Oh, that works on me. I just don't have the timing. Wait, I don't have to... Hold on. I can't tell if I have to IB or not on the J2H. Okay, that's not a real combo. Okay. It's kind of like the same feeling when you do Great Whites, but it only costs 25. Forget the FRC timing on Thunderker. I got him. Oh, okay. That clashed. He could have cancelled it. Okay, I think this is the third set. This will be the last one, for real. I think I said I was gonna do one set. Oh! Okay. She does not have this movement in Octrude. Okay. I think that was game one. Oh, close. I think I could have comboed. Okay, JD is doing so much work right now as my NTR. Because he is so used to air dashing as an approach. Makes sense for me. I think from my position right now, like my skill level in the game right now, the more defensively I play, the better I'm gonna do. Okay, so 6P actually just straight up beats DP. Oh, okay, that's bad. Okay. So I know that in this game, people beat Kai by slashbacking the 3H, because the second hit is guaranteed unless you cancel it into like a stun dipper. I think that I usually never see people who consistently do that. So like right now I can just 3H and be done with it, but at some point I do need to like not actually just only do that. Because slashback is a issue at some points. Do I die? I don't. Oh, I died! Holy shit. I thought I hit her. Does she have super armor? Okay, gotta do one more. I think I either hit her, or I hit something that wasn't her, like a summon. And I don't know how that super works in this game. I was just out of range. There we go, kind of. You can't do that on 3H. That early anyways. Oh, it clashes, okay. Okay, she does have super armor. Okay, that's pretty important to know. She does have super armor during that. I don't think she definitely doesn't in accurate. Okay. I think I have to do one more game for the set to be over. Okay. I'm getting hit by a lot of high stun moves. Oh! Okay. It's fine. Oh, I'm dead. I think I have a game left. I think it was 1-1. I could be wrong. Okay, it is. Is this actually the last game? I think it's been like an hour since I said I'll do 2 games. Oh, the anti-airs. I think maybe if Up Dolphin, if H Up Dolphin gets blocked, maybe I should be able to punish it if I do 2D. If that's true, I'm getting knowledge checked so hard. In fact, let me just press 2D when I block next time. Okay, this is this is actually the last game. Actually. Oh, got him. Okay. See, that's how you use Greed Sever in Guilty Gear. GG fundamentals coming through. Okay. Okay, that was a long, unintended session of Plus R. I need to go and do my dailies, so I will see you all later on probably Friday or tomorrow.